everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here, a very, very warm welcome to you. My name's Emily and I am a knitter, crocheter and very occasional sewer. Today's episode is my month-end wrap-up for March, so I'm very excited. In this episode I'm going to be covering any finished objects that I had in the month of March. I'll also be covering my Scrappy projects just to give you a little update on them. I will also be going through my works in progress numbers if that interests you, and then finally I'll be going through my plans for the month of April, of which there's quite the pile over here. Excuse me, I don't know if you can tell, but I've got a bit of a croaky throat today. I think it's hay fever. It tends to bother me this time of year. It seems to have come a little bit later than normal, but yeah, there we go. I'm pretty sure it's hay fever, but it's very annoying, to put it that way. How are we all? I hope you're all doing well and that you've had an absolutely wonderful week. I'm not entirely sure when you're going to be seeing this video because I have had a little hiccup in terms of my recording schedule. Basically, I was supposed to record an episode of my Behind the Seams series, but I am still waiting for my Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt Clue 3 to come in. I didn't have to wait for that to do Behind the Seams, but I feel like I'd like to because I feel like my Behind the Seams series is kind of me sewing those puzzle mystery quilt clues alongside everything else that I do during the day. And yeah, it didn't come through when I thought it was going to, and I'm still waiting for it today. It still hasn't come through, and it's the 3rd of April today as I'm recording. So hopefully that comes through soon, but I probably won't be able to record my Behind the Seams episode until when I get back from Bergen. So I'll keep you posted on it, but for now, that video hasn't been recorded. So as I say, I'm not sure when you'll be seeing this video. It might be when I am away, so it might be your stand-in video if I haven't recorded anything else. If I have recorded anything else, I will let you know in the community tab because everything is a bit wild at the minute. We're trying to pack, I'm trying to get through work. It's been a nightmare. Obviously, because I'm going away, I'm trying to make sure that everything is done before I go so that my team aren't left in the dark about anything. I've covered all my bases basically so that the team aren't left alone, essentially. I can't think, I had the word in my head but I couldn't actually articulate it and I can't remember what the word was. Oh, my tummy's rumbling. What time is it? It's only 10:30. Oh my goodness. Right, okay, so we're going to get stuck in because as I said, I've got quite a few plans to show you and I'm quite excited about them. So we're going to start with finished objects. I didn't get a lot done in March, I'm going to be honest, I really didn't. March was a funny month. If you saw my podcast, what episode was it? Podcast episode 48, you will know that there was something that happened that was a little bit difficult, as it was. Alongside all the work that I've been doing, it's been absolutely rammed. It usually is this time of year, but it's been more so because I've had to do a lot more training for my team members because we basically got lots of new team members at the end of last year, so December time, and they are phenomenal. Let me just put that out there. They are absolutely phenomenal. I'm so proud of them. But obviously it means that this time of year, the thing that we do every year, it means that I'm having to train them a little bit more so that they can understand what's happening. So yeah, it's been very challenging, but I am so proud of them, as I have said. And as I say, it's just unfortunate that I'm going on holiday next week. Not well planned, I must add, but because Rob's leaving his job, he starts his new job on the 22nd of April, we needed to fit a holiday in. So technically this is probably the best week for us to go away, but yeah, it's not ideal. Anyway, finished objects, my apologies, that was a proper segue, wasn't it? Finished objects, I only finished one this month, and that was my wonderful emotional support chicken. I do not have it here to show you because it was gifted pretty much as soon as I'd finished it. So it is now in its new home and I'm so happy. I will maybe try and put a snippet of it in and it will be footage from one of my podcasts that I showed it in, but it's totally dependent on if I still have that footage and if it's not too weird to put a clip in with me talking and you getting a different sound, if you know what I mean. If it's not too jarring, I'll put it in. If it is, that emotional support chicken, I'm just having a look back at my podcast. Which episode was it? The emotional support chicken was finished in episode 46, so podcast episode 46. If you go back and have a look at that, that's where that footage is of the finished emotional support chicken. Who is it by? Did I write it down? I did, by the Knitting Tree. Oh, it's fabulous. I'm so good. But that pattern was so much fun, and you've probably seen it everywhere. And there is good reason for that, because the pattern is so much fun, and it's just such a wonderful thing, a wonderful item that you get at the end, and it's just so squishy and lovely. I absolutely adored it, and I loved making it. There will be more coming, but I'll be making them a little bit towards the end of the year, I think. But yeah, that was my only finished object in the month of March, which was madness. Anyway, on to the works in progress. No, we're not. We're on to the Scrappy projects. My apologies. So they are here to my left. I thought I'd show you them this time. I've done no work on them, but I do have some thoughts and feelings, so I thought I'd show you them. The first Scrappy project that I'm working on, they are all blankets, but they're all different. 2 of them are crochet and 1 of them is knitted. So if you haven't seen them before, this first one is my Scrappy Granny Stripe blanket. The pattern is by Attic 24, and it is literally just a granny stripe blanket. Now I am using fingering weight yarn, and I kind of feel like I should have maybe used fingering weight held double, I feel like, but I feel like I'm not going to have been able to get it as long as I've got it, because it is basically going to fit on my bed. My bed's a king size bed, so it's quite a wide blanket. So it's taken me a while, basically, but there it is. It's lovely. This is using leftover yarn from projects, so it's going to be kind of a memory blanket. I am not happy that it's going to be a lot of ends situation, but we all know what I'm like with ends. It's just ridiculous. But yes, that is one of the blankets. And as I say, I kind of wish I'd have done it with fingering weight held double, but I just don't think I'd have been able to have got the length that I've got. I can't remember how many grams it is that is per stripe. Attic 24 pattern is using, I believe it's using DK weight, which is why I'm saying I kind of wish I'd have used fingering weight held double, but I didn't. I am following Knitty Natty's, I'm following her method, if you will, because she made this blanket, she did it in fingering weight, and she put all the notes on her Ravelry page and basically took you through the process on her YouTube, I was about to say Instagram, on her YouTube channel. So I highly recommend you checking out Natalie. Her channel is linked below. She's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I really love this blanket, and I think it's going to be lovely when it's done, if I can get over the fact that I am crocheting a rather large blanket with fingering weight yarn. I mean, the saving grace is it's crochet, and crochet tends to go a lot quicker than knitting for me, but I really like it. I'm really happy with the colours, and at the minute I am just crocheting in the colours that I use for my Find Your Fade shawl. These 2 here, these top 2 variegated ones, and I'm really enjoying that. So yeah, I just need to pick it up again and actually do some proper work on it, but everything else is taking priority at the minute. So that is the first Scrappy project. The second Scrappy project, let me just check my notes. I thought I heard the door go there, and it's too early for the postman here, but we've already had something come through the door. There's something making noise in there. A little bit nervous. Anyway, right, on to the next Scrappy project. I haven't really explained the point of the Scrappy. So this year, let's start from the start, shall we? This year, I am going to be trying to use a lot of my scrap yarn. Reason being, I am getting rather overloaded with scrap yarn from projects, leftover yarn from projects that I've been making. I'm trying to tackle all of my yarn. That's a bit overreaching, I think. I'm trying to start shopping my stash, there we go, and be a bit more mindful when I actually buy yarn. I want to buy yarn specifically for a project and actually cast that project on when the yarn comes in. That's the goal that I would like to get to. But at the minute, I've got a lot of single skeins all around the house and everything, so I'm trying to find projects for them, and you'll see some of those in a bit. But yes, so I'm trying to use my stash. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm really, really enjoying finding projects for stash yarn that's been sitting around, and I get a real kick out of casting something on using that yarn because I know that it's getting used at last. So it's absolutely fantastic. I'm really enjoying myself, but it doesn't mean there are a lot of leftovers happening. So this is why I've got 3 Scrappy projects going, and they're all blankets because it's going to use a lot of yarn. So this second Scrappy project is using yarn after I have crocheted in the stripes on my Scrappy Granny blanket. So once I've crocheted two stripes, one there, one back. Once I've crocheted those in, I will then move the yarn into this bag, which is going to be my Mitred Square Blanket. So if I bring this up, I have thoughts and I have feelings about this already, and I will explain it in just a moment. But here is my Mitred Square Blanket so far. I followed the wonderful Anne of Toby Knits. I followed her tutorial. It's absolutely fantastic. I've never done a Mitred Square before, and she basically helped me make this, and I'm so happy. And thank you so much, Anne. Your tutorial was wonderful. Now, I love this. I've been really enjoying myself, and I really enjoy making the Mitred Squares. However, I do have a couple of thoughts and feelings that I am going to rip these squares out. I know I've only done 4 squares. Why am I ripping them out? But I'm ripping them out because I think I am going a bit too over the top, basically. So as you can see, my Mitred Squares, the lines on them, they are radiating out from the centre. My idea was to create a diamond pattern. So then the next one, I was going to have the lines kind of do that. But I think I'm being a little bit too ambitious for my first Mitred Square Blanket. Loving it, really happy with it, but I do want to go back and I want to do it the way that everybody does it. So all the lines are going in the same way, and you do a row, then do a row, then do a row, and so on and so forth. I feel that's going to work better for me. And also I've got a new idea for these edge stitches. So I'm going to kind of merge my Sweet Shop Blanket edging with this. I think that's going to work okay. But yeah, as I say, I mean, I really enjoy making it. It's quite quick to make the squares. And as Anne rightly said, you cast on the most amount of stitches, and then from there you are decreasing, and you are basically getting less and less stitches the further you knit. So it's absolutely brilliant. I really enjoy it. And as I say, yeah, I will rip this out and I will do it again, just because I really, really want to do it the way I think it's going to work best for me, if that makes sense. But, oh, yeah, it's so much fun, and I think this is going to be a really good use of getting some more of these yarn quantities down in terms of my scraps. I've not done any more work, but as I say, that's pretty much because, oh my good, apologies, that is pretty much because I'm still on the fence as to what to do. So yeah, I do think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to rip the squares out and start again. I know. I only need to rip 3 out, actually. No, I'm going to redo the edging. But anyway, hopefully when you see this, I have done something with it and it is not still languishing in this situation. But that is my second Scrappy project. And I do like it. I really enjoy it. It's using finger and weight yarn because that is the yarn that I tend to gravitate towards. So that is generally what I use. I am trying to get out of my comfort zone a bit. But yeah, that is the second Scrappy project. The third Scrappy project is in here. And this is my, let me grab this, there we go. This is my Battenberg blanket, and this design is by the wonderful Sandra Paul of Cherry Heart. I nearly forgot her name, my apologies Sandra, but Sandra Paul of Cherry Heart. And essentially all we're doing is we're crocheting these really, really tiny little granny squares. How adorable are these? I love them. So these granny squares, at the minute, I am using my advent calendar from 2022, which was the lovely, there we go, the lovely yarn artist. She used to be known as Joanna Woodpaint, but she's now known as the yarn artist. And the calendar was inspired by Impressionism, so it was her Impressionism calendar from 2022. Absolutely adorable, I love it. Got some more squares here. At the minute, there's no rhyme nor reason, I'm just crocheting squares. But I'm now adding in the squares, I'm adding in the colours from last year's calendar, which is the leftovers from my Zakami yarn calendar. My squares are looking a little bit small compared to the other squares, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to tackle that, but there's every possibility that I am just crocheting a little bit tighter because it's been a while. But the yarn does feel different actually. I thought it was the same. But those are, again, fingering weight. And at the minute, I'm only using leftovers from my advent calendars. So both of my advent calendars I made a shawl from. So that was the Yarn Artist advent calendar from 2022. I made the Dust of Snow wrap. It was beautiful. And then last year with my Zakami yarn advent, I made the... Oh my goodness, I have completely blanked as to what that was. Hang on, I might actually have it here for you. Do I have it? Oh, the trifle wrap. I knew my notes, my trusty notes. The trifle wrap by, again, Helen Stewart. And I really enjoyed both patterns. She's just amazing at doing these advent projects. And that's what I did with both of those yarns. And as I say, the leftovers I am now putting into my Battenberg blanket. But that's going to take quite a while to get everything together. And I'm still on the fence as to whether to do the neutral squares in between each of the coloured squares. I think that might be a bit of a nightmare, if I'm honest. So it might just be a really splotchy blanket. But who knows? I'm not 100% sure yet. But that is my third Scrappy project. And again, I've done no work on it since the last time you saw it. But I thought it's about time I show you again, because I tend to leave them sitting out the way and I don't really give them much love. So I thought I'd put them on show. Right, before my numbers, hang on. All right, okay, so I'm beveraged up. The next section is my works in progress numbers. And I don't know why I'm looking over there. It's all on here. Bear with me. Oh my goodness. I don't know what is wrong with my mouth today. It is so dry. My throat is so croaky. Just like, what is happening? Oh. I did do some training with some of my team members today because they can't make the training tomorrow. So I don't know whether I've just overused my voice or not. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, works in progress numbers. So at the end of February, and now my nose is running, wonderful. The end of February, I had 16 works in progress on the needles or on the hook. This month, at the end of March, I have 14 works in progress and 3 Scrappy projects. So that gives me a total of 17 works in progress for the end of March. So I've increased it by 1, and I'm trying to think. I am trying to think how that has happened, because I finished the, oh no, I know why, because the emotional support chicken actually wasn't counted at the end of February, because I cast it on in March and I finished it in March, so technically it wasn't in that number. I have since cast on Queen Elizabeth II as part of a make-along, so yeah, that makes total sense because she's still in progress. So 17 works in progress at the end of March. I'm fine with that. I am absolutely fine with that. I might not be fine next month because the pile I have to my right is ridiculous, and I'm in that kind of mood where I just want to cast things on to make myself feel better. But, you know, it's like an easy win. Cast something on, it's exciting, it's new, it's fresh, but then it becomes a whip. So, I don't know. I'm still on the fence as to whether casting anything on is a good idea, but yeah, I'll see how I feel. I'll see how I feel further in the month. I know there is definitely 1 or 2, maybe 3 projects I really want to cast on in April, so we'll get stuck in anyway. The first plan that I have for the month of April, the first 4 actually are carried forward. First 5 are carried forward from February. So the first one is actually the lovely Dotty Cardigan by All About Amy. So this is it. It is quite a long, oversized cardigan. It's a boxy cardigan. There you are. And then you've got these 2 pockets on either side. There we go. You do have a button band, but there's no buttons. It doesn't close. It's just a lovely, cozy, oversized, let's say blanket. It's not a blanket. It feels like it sometimes, but it's a lovely, oversized cardigan with this lovely dotty pattern. Oh, there we go. This lovely dotty pattern going throughout. It's beautiful. I love it. And for those who saw last month's month-end wrap-up, so February's month-end wrap-up, you will know that I am wanting to cast another one on, and this one will be a gift for one of my friends. So I will be making another of these, and the yarn I'm going to be using is this lovely yarn here. This is Stylecraft Special Chunky. So the project is quite a quick knit because it's chunky yarn. It just knits up a lot quicker than fingering weight, way much quicker. So I'm really excited to get another one cast on. The colourway is called Parchment, and the makeup of the yarn, it's 100% acrylic. So it's 100% premium acrylic. So that is the yarn I'm going to be using. I have made 3 of these so far, and I've used the exact same yarn for all 3, and they're absolutely lovely. They're soft, they're cosy, they're warm. I'm just giving it a good squish now. They are lovely. So I will be using this yarn to make my friend's one. I do have another 10 balls of this yarn in this colour to make myself one in this colour as well, because I think I need one in this colour. It's a beautiful colour. So that is plan number 1. Let me move that over there. Right, plan number 2 is, hang on. Why have I left them all the way over there out of arm's reach? So plan number 2 is to continue with my Partridge in a Pear Tree Crocheted 12 Birds of Christmas by Kerry Lord of Toft. Now, I started these, I think it was May last year, so I'm coming up to a year since I started them, so I need to get them finished really. I know I didn't make it for Christmas last year, obviously, but they are all sitting up here, the ones that I have completed so far. And which one am I up to? I am on number 9. So there's 8 up here that I have finished. That is right, isn't it? I think. Yes, it is, yes. And then I am currently working on number 9, who is Lois the Cormorant. She's pretty much done. I've just got to sew her up. And then I can start on bird number 10, which is Agnes the Heron. So I'm getting there. I've only got these last 4 to do. And as I say, this one here is actually done. I've just got to sew her up. But I will be continuing with these. What I would like to do as well, this is a bit of an overreach here. I know my track record, I'm not sure it's a good idea, but basically when I bought this book, I bought it via Toft's website. And when you buy it via Toft's website, you do get a little bonus pattern book as well. And the bonus pattern book was basically all of these 12 Birds of Christmas, but in mini form. They're so cute. So my plan for those is to actually cast those on, get those done, and then they can be decorations for the tree. I think it'd be wonderful. But first and foremost, I need to finish the full-size birds, get these ones all sorted, and then I will be super duper happy. So that is plan number 2 that is ongoing. Plan number 3, okay. This is the one that has kind of set me back a little bit because I have been trying to do this as part of my Behind the Seams series. I was going to record on the 1st of April, my next instalment, so episode 3 of my Behind the Seams series, but it's been delayed because I haven't had Clue 3 come through yet. I'm just checking to see if I've had an email. No, I haven't. So it is the Cotton Cut Puzzle Mystery Quilt, the Tree of Life, this pattern is called, and I've been absolutely loving it. As I say, it's absolutely wonderful. It's so much fun. I have Clue 1 here, so there's Clue 1A, all sewn up. Clue 1B, there's 2 of those. There's 2 of Clue 1A as well. Just going to put that back in there. And then I have Clue 2, which there's 4 of these. So I sewed, I had sewn all of these up in episode 1 and episode 2 of Behind the Seams, and I thought I really want to keep that trend? Not quite a trend, is it? But I'd really like to keep that theme going in that I want to work on the next Puzzle Mystery Quilt clue in Behind the Seams episodes. But as I say, I still haven't had that clue today, and I thought I could do it today, but as I say, I've not had it, so I don't know when I'm going to record that next Behind the Seams. But it will be with you at some point. It's just going to be a bit delayed, I'm afraid. But yes, that is another plan that will be happening in the month of April. Let me just move that back over there. Right, the next plan, hang on. Again, this is another plan that was in my month-end wrap-up for February. So you probably will remember this if you saw that episode, but it is 2 patterns from this lovely... No, it's not 2 patterns at all. It's 1 pattern and then a pattern from somewhere else. I'm losing my mind. This is Colour Work in the Round by Anna Devout of Along Avec Anna, and I love this book. I got this book because I really want to up my game when it comes to colour work. I don't shy away from colour work, but I do struggle when it comes to long floats at the back of the work, so I'd really like some tips for those, and I'd also really like to do a lot more colour work essentially, And this book is going to be great, and I'm really excited to go through some of the patterns. The first of which being, I gotta find it, hang on. It's in here somewhere. Oh no, I've gone too far. Oh, or have I? Oh, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's on the front of the book so I can show you. It's this hat here, and this is the, hang on. Honestly, I did prepare, but clearly not well enough. Right, so this is the Blisco hat. And again, it is by Along Avec Anna. So that is in one colourway and that is in another colourway. And I think it's lovely. It's going to be really nice to do a colourwork hat, I think, because obviously a colourwork hat, you need more stretch to it. So it's going to be really interesting to do. So the colours I'm using for that are these. Really excited for this actually. So this is yarn by Along Avec Anna. It is their double merino, Along Avec Anna. This lovely purple colour is called Amethyst. You can just about see that. It is 100% superwash merino. And then this is the other one. Again, it is the double merino Along Avec Anna. And it's Louvre, I think. But it's beautiful. I love it. And I think these are going to make a really, really nice hat. The other item that I want to make by Along Avec Anna, and I think I want to do this sooner than later really, because I really want to start wearing it. Starting to get that way in terms of weather. Not today, it's chucking it down, but we've had a couple of nice days and I think it's going to be a really nice top to wear. And I'm going to be using these two colours to make it. It is, oh, I haven't actually written the name of the top. It is, there's a top. I will have it linked below in the description, and I will have a link to Anna's Ravelry page and direct link to this pattern. But it is essentially a stripy short sleeve tank. And it's beautiful. I love it. So these are the colours that I'm going to be using for it. Again, it's going to be double merino by Along Avec Anna, and the first colour is Louvre, and it's a stripy top. So this is the second colour that I'm going to be striping with it. Double merino again, Along Avec Anna, and this one is Celadon. My apologies, I'm very shaky today. I don't know why, but there we have it. But I think that's going to be a really nice top, and then I thought I could tuck it into a nice black skirt, something like that. I don't know, but that's the plan with these, and I feel like I'm edging towards casting this on, if I'm honest. But that is another plan. Right, so those are all the plans that I have touched upon that were in last month's video. We are now on to the plans that I got excited about and decided to add to this month as well. Oh my goodness, I am ridiculously excited just looking at these patterns. So the first one I really would like to cast on because I think it's going to be really good for this time of year. It's going to be quite light, and again it's going to look quite nice with a black skirt, I think. I'm not very fashion forward at all. I mean, look at me, I wear Jack Daniels tops and just very baggy things, but on the odd occasion I do try. So the first pattern is the lovely Souffle top by Penrose Knits. That's Laura Penrose. You can see it is very delicate looking. It's very beautiful. If I hold this up, my apologies if it reflects. I haven't taken it out, but here it is. Can you see that? Oh, you can, yeah. So I absolutely love this top. I think it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. I love the little ruffle. Now, ordinarily, me and ruffles don't mix, but I think this is really classy. It looks really lovely. And I really like how it's designed. So I'm really excited to make this pattern. I think it's beautiful. The interesting thing about this pattern is that it only uses mohair. So this is the yarn I'm going to be using. It is Lang Yarns Lace Mohair Super Kid Silk. It is 58% mohair and 42% silk. This colourway is, oh my goodness, I'm going to show you it because there's a lot of numbers, but this is the colourway here. Oh no, that's the lot. Here's the colourway, that one there. There we go, you can see that there. And it's this really nice blue, and I think it should look really, really nice, again, with a black skirt. Honestly, as I said, I'm just not very fashion forward, but anyway, I think it will look quite nice. But there we go. Obviously, I have more than two, but I am a bit nervous that I don't have enough yarn. I ordered enough yarn for my size, but it is mohair. It tends to go a long way. So we'll see how we go on. But I'm really excited to make this. The fit looks great because it's slightly oversized, which is perfect for me. I just think it's going to be lovely, and I really like this colour. I kind of want the pink one though, looking at the one on Laura there. I'm just not sure if the pink would work with my complexion and the colour of my hair. Blues tend to match me a bit better, I assume. I think, but you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm excited anyway, so I would like to cast that on really. But I'm putting it in here just to kind of remind myself I still want to make this pretty soon. Okay, on to the next item. And this one is to use my absolutely gorgeous, I can do this. This is the Beehive yarn. Let me find the needles, hang on. Apologies for the rustling. Right, here we go, hang on. Okay, so here we go. This is the absolutely gorgeous Wednesday themed Halloween box, 13 Days of Halloween by Beehive Yarns, and it was just gorgeous. If you were with me in October, you will have seen me go opening these throughout the month of October as part of my Vlogtober series, and they are just stunning. There are no other words for them, and they are so on brand. They look perfect. I'm so happy with it. Then I also got the lovely single skein. Wow, the camera is showing the colour off so nice. In some lights, it looks black. Oh, there you go. In some lights, it looks black. But if you bring it close to the camera, you can see there's definite purple, bluey, purpley hue going on throughout. It's such an intriguing colour. It's beautiful. And as I say, that is by Beehive Yarns. And this colourway is called Nevermore Academy. We'll get there. Nevermore Academy Gates. Beautiful. I love it. And as I say, that was the one that went along with the 13 Days of Halloween. They are 20 grams. Again, they are fingering weight. I have been struggling as to what to turn these into. I have seen some absolutely beautiful, beautiful creations using these yarns, but I still haven't found what I think I would like, because I thought to do a shawl or a wrap or something, but I kind of want it to be something I can wear. I did think about is it the Jethro Cardigan by Andrea Mowry? I think it's that, but I just don't think there's enough yarn here to make that. I just don't think there is. So yeah, I've just been absolutely racking my brain, and I do keep coming back to this pattern. I know this was a pattern that I said a little while ago that I think I'm going to use this yarn to make, but in my head it's just like I've got to do loads of calculations. I'm just not sure. But this is the pattern I'm tempted for. So this is the Twisted T-shirt by the Little Wolf Knits. I bring that close, you can kind of see it is a very, very cropped top. I don't do cropped tops. I'm hoping I can get a little bit more length to it, but I'm not too fussed actually thinking about it in the long run, because if it is cropped, I can wear a vest top underneath, and then I can wear it with a skirt. Surprise, surprise. Or a pair of jeans. I think it'll be fine. I mean, she's wearing it with a pair of jeans there, you can just about see. But my idea is the ribbing for the collar, for the sleeve, the cuff, and for the hem, the body, I would do in this lovely colour. And then I would fade, well, I say fade, I would stripe these down the body like so. That really didn't go as I'd hoped. There we go, I'd stripe it down the body like this. I think there's going to be enough yarn because it is a small tee and it is a crop. It's not long sleeved or anything. I think that's going to work. I think. But as I say, it's just getting my head around all those calculations and getting it perfect. But that is my plan. And as I say, I really do want to use this yarn because I've got a horrible suspicion we're going to get to October and I still won't have used it. So that's my plan. I love it. And I've just got to get over myself and do some calculations, basically. But that is another plan. Right, how many more plans have I got? Oh my gosh, I've got 3 more plans. This is a plan. This is a plan. Okay, so I have some yarn and I adore it very much, like I do most of my yarn. But this yarn I really want to use because I just want to see it worked up. So I have 2 skeins of yarn from the amazing Marcus at Fibre Punk. I love these colourways. These are both from last year. This one is called High Voltage, and there it is. I get a very, very Halloween-esque vibe off these socks. I mean, look how stunning they are. They are gorgeous. Socks? Yarn! absolutely gorgeous. I think it's just, I wish I had the skill to dye self-striping yarn. I really do, but this is just absolutely gorgeous, and I really want to work with it because I want to see these colours come to life. It's called High Voltage, and it's 75% non-museling superwash merino, 25% nylon. So we know this has come from sheep that haven't been harmed. So really good, love that. And then this other one, this is the one I'm going to be using because I'm just annoyed at myself that I haven't used it yet. This again is by the wonderful Fibre. It is a self-striping yarn, and it is called Progress Pride. So it is all the lovely colours of Pride. And I really, really wanted to make a pair of socks last year that I could wear ready for this year's Pride, but I didn't, obviously, because it's still skeined up. It's really bad of me. So the reason I didn't do it, actually thinking about it, is because I did start playing with a self-striping yarn, and I was trying to think of a way to make a vanilla sock more interesting. Vanilla socks are great, don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore them, but I feel like this yarn needs to have something a little extra to make it sing, I think. I mean, it's going to sing for itself, it's fantastic, but I just felt that I needed something a little bit extra for a vanilla sock to just bring this beautiful yarn to more life, if you will. So after lots of searching, I have come across this pattern, and this is called Horseshoe Falls, and it is by Holly Isaac. And as you can see, it's got a pattern to it. So it's mostly, I'm terribly sorry for shaking. I don't know why I'm shaking, but there we go. You can just about see that there is a lovely pattern that goes down either side of the sock. And I just think that is going to bring the sock a little bit more to life. It's not just going to be vanilla, it's going to be something extra, which I think is going to suit these colours. I hope it's going to suit them because I don't want to ruin these. These are beautiful. So that is my plan with this, and I'm just looking, and the heel sounds pretty interesting because they are recommending a Fish Lips Kiss heel, to which they've given you the Ravelry link to purchase the Fish Lips Kiss heel pattern, and then they also give you a little bit extra for a mini gusset to go along with that heel. And they also recommend you using either the other end of the ball or a coordinating colour for the heel itself in order to maintain the integrity of the stripes on the instep. So I'm quite intrigued. I am not sure if I am going to add another colour with this because I think this just needs to stand alone and be beautiful as it is. But as I say, I don't want to ruin the integrity of the striping, so I do need to think about what I'm going to do for the heel. But I think I'm pretty settled on these socks. My apologies. I thought I was trying to show you a bit of the pattern closer up, but every piece of the pattern has got, every picture in this pattern has a piece of the written pattern next to it. So I have had to just edit because I made the mistake of showing the pattern. So my apologies, but this is the only picture that I can show. But I think you can get the idea of what's going on there, and I think it's gonna be beautiful, and I'm so excited to cast this on. I might even be really cheeky, get this wound up and take it to Bergen with me. Maybe. Ooh, I don't know, but love it. I'm so excited to actually work on it because, as I say, it's been sat in my stash. I believe this was last year's colourway. Correct me if I'm wrong below, Marcus. I believe it was your last year's colourway for Pride. But either way, absolutely adore it. Thank you so much. And I hope I can find the perfect pattern to just help these colours really shine because they are gorgeous. And again, I will look for something for this one because, oh, yeah, it'd be nice to wear these in Halloween, period. Anyway, on to the next pattern that I have to show you. I have two more patterns, bear with me, hang in there. I hope you got yourself a beverage. I didn't recommend one, but I probably should have. Right, these final two projects I just want to show you because I was so excited when I saw the patterns get released, they are both quite recent, I believe. And I just saw them and thought they were absolutely amazing that I just had to show you. I have purchased both patterns, which is why I'm showing you them now. I don't have the yarn for them. Technically, I don't think I do. But I just squeezed my hands together and they made a funny noise. I apologise if you that and thought, what? But anyway, these patterns, I don't have any yarn for them. I don't have any plans really to cast them on just yet because I don't have the yarn for them. But I am super excited by them. I do want to cast them on and I want to show you and give the patterns some love. So without further ado, the first one is, this is it Adriata by Hohi Locatelli. It is a vest top and it's got this absolutely stunning kind of almost lacework, all this patterning down the sides. This patterning also goes around the, what would be this, where the sleeve would be. Let me see if I can find a picture without the pattern. Does she have another one? I'm not entirely sure, bear with me. Oh, I can't get that page. Nothing like last, perfect, here we go. So there it is. I hope you can see that okay. It is absolutely beautiful. I think it would be gorgeous. Hohi has knitted in, she recommends, is it linen yarn? Yes, so a mixture of linen and silk. She used Coleman by Queen City Yarn. It is a 65% silk, 35% linen. What else did she, it's DK weight. Sample shown in linen. So yeah, from what I can tell, she recommends linen and silk mix. And it just looks lovely. I mean, linen would be perfect for summery tops because it's just a great fibre to have against your skin during summer. So I can see why she suggested that, but oh, it's just gorgeous, isn't it? It's so nice. As I say, I don't have any yarn for it at this point in time, but it is definitely a top I would like to cast on and wear this summer. But we know what I'm like. I get excited, I see shiny things, and then that's how my whips end up in ridiculous amounts. But on to the final pattern that I really wanted to show you, that I was really excited when I saw it. And this is definitely one for people like myself who both knit and crochet. And here we go. You probably have seen this. It is by Tanis Fibre Arts. The pattern is called Jethro. And are we ready? Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh, I love this cardigan. It is just amazing. I really want to make this. So this is essentially, the body is granny squares, which is absolutely fantastic. I love that. Gotta give lots of love to those traditional granny squares. They are brilliant. I'm just trying to find, there's another picture that I can show you. Not really, which is a shame, but I don't know if you can see that. There's got to be a picture I can show you. Come on. Oh, she has some absolutely fantastic photos on her Instagram, which is where I saw it, and I got super duper excited. Yeah, this is fine. It's just the gauge and such. So here we are. You can see it again here. So I don't know if you can tell, but the whole body and the two front panels are granny squares. And then this bottom hem is actually knit. Same with the button band, that is also knit. You just about see that. And then the sleeves are actually, stitches are picked up from the edge of the granny square and you knit the sleeves. I just, oh, I love this pattern. Half of me feels like it was only released a couple of days ago, but I've been so out of it in terms of keeping up to date with Instagram and just everything this past month. So I could be mistaken as to when it was released, but I believe it was released in March. The same with Adriata by Hohi. I believe both of these were released in March. I got super excited and I had to buy both patterns, as I say, and I would really, really like to make them. And as I say, this one just screams at me because it is a merger of both knitting and crochet. I think it's fantastic and it looks amazing. It looks so good. Oh, it will be made. It will be made. But yes, I am going to leave that there because it has been a long one this month. I'm forgetting where I am. It has been, I don't know why I saw the need to fold that bag. My apologies. Oh dear, I am ready for a bit of a rest if I'm honest. But yes, March was not the most productive month for me. I mean, there are several reasons why, and it happens. It's perfectly fine, you know. And as I say, I really don't mind that works in progress number. The only thing I do mind is that there is knitting and yarn everywhere, but that's not going to really get any better until I actually finish some projects, get them out the door, or put them in my wardrobe. You know, either way, the yarn or the projects are going to be somewhere. So it's one or the other. I just need to enjoy and make stuff. So that's the best part, right? Anyway, I am going to leave that there. Thank you so much for watching. As always, it means the absolute world to me. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of the week and weekend, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.